Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We will be talking about the last part of Samadhi, and let us see what all we can cover in it. First of all, the hostile forces in the family, condition in one's family, weak health, excessive business activities, resistance from environment. Condition in one's family may deteriorate. There may be health issues, and this way, the focus of attention from union may move to the peripheral. Excessive business activities, again, you see, one may get too much entangled in worldly affairs. There may be resistance from relatives, there may be resistance from friends, there may be resistances of various sorts. Now, these are the hostile forces that come in the way. When one is at this juncture, that one must take into account the inner and the outer obstacles and start devoting some time for meditation. And the themes of meditation can be many. You can just sit down, try to recollect all the favors that God has done to you, all the gifts and the bounties that He has given to you. You may meditate about those difficult circumstances where you were so badly stuck up that you couldn't just get out without divine help. Or you may think that you are sitting in front of water and you appreciate, you see, the natural scenes of waterfalls, etc. Then there may be such themes like you are surrounded by light and that light is pouring on you. So there can be many themes for meditation. Willpower has to be strengthened because without strong willpower, you can't move ahead. Defeats and downfalls have to be taken into account. You may fall down, you will get up again, you will fall down, you will get up again. So you have to take this thing into account that it is not always a success story. There may be many falls and there may be many rises, you can say. Causes for failure. Main cause for failure is that you may forget what you are doing. Why are you trying to go in for samadhi or union? You may become forgetful of your mission statement of life. You may become forgetful of the fruits of samadhi. So all these are there, but then another main cause is that one lacks sufficiently strong willpower. So hope and willpower should always be there because hope is that ultimately you will be able to reach your destination. Ultimately, you will be able to achieve samadhi. So that hope should be there and willpower should be there. Failures will come in the way, but then one must keep on moving steadfastly. Then there may be sensual temptations and there may be a sort of a strong vibrational attack on you in the form of sensual thoughts and other thoughts of that nature. So one has to fight all those. When such is the condition, then read a spiritual work. In the case of Muslims, one must read the Holy Quran. One must read something about the message and the messenger. Remember who you are. By remembering who you are is that you must remember that what is most important about you is your spiritual side and you have to grow spiritually. Especially if you are past 40, then you must remember this thing. Even if you are younger, you have to remember this thing. Immediate or first type of obstacles come from relatives or friends. They feel as if you are moving away from them. So they try to grasp you more firmly, try to make you stick to them. The next time kind of obstacles come from the side of your mind. Suddenly you see you are invaded by thoughts, unwanted thoughts, pariah thoughts, thoughts of anxiety, thoughts of fear. So, with meditation, with willpower, and by reading spiritual works, you can overcome these temptations. Then you have to take into account this thing that renunciation and spiritual knowledge are very important. By renunciation is meant that you reduce your desires. You, in a way, renounce the worldly players. You learn to detach yourself from worldly pursuits. And spiritual knowledge is necessary because, as Maulana Rum has said, knowledge is in search of faith, and faith is in search of a vision of reality. So, last warnings on the path are that you must accept suffering cheerfully. When a person is moving on this path, as I mentioned earlier, he may face strong resistance from relatives, from friends, from his own health. So one must learn to accept suffering cheerfully. As I quoted somewhere else, that there is a saying of Maula Ali that the world lasts for 2 days. One day it is with you, the other day it is against you. When it is with you, be humble, and when it is against you, be patient. So suffering should be accepted cheerfully. In a way, whatever sins you have committed, these sufferings come as a way of atonement. So suffering should be taken in that spirit and not grudgingly. Temptations will come, but then one must learn to, if one has developed a strong willpower, if one has faced these hostile forces successfully, so one will be able to, in a way, face the temptations that come up in one's way. One has to choose between the material and the spiritual. And as it is said, ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار. There is God, I seek from you good of the world as well as of the hereafter. But when we talk about temptations and moving or balancing between the spiritual and the mundane elements in our life, then we must remember that the mundane must always be given the secondary place. The primary and the most important place should be your spiritual growth and your character and moral development. So these are the challenges of the rising sun of Samadhi. But once you overcome all these obstacles, then you have, in a way, entered the kingdom of God. And as it is said in the Bible, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and the rest doesn't matter. So thank you very much. God bless you, and have a nice day.